You called Elon Musk a truly evil person.
Yeah.
It's a little harsh.
It was said in context. Let's see what he did is that he came out and he called American citizens. He retweeted something called "Our workers retards," said that we were not up to speed to take any of these jobs. He said that the MAGA movement was a bunch of racists and that they should be turfed out of the Republican Party. And Elon, because he's tweeting all this stuff all the time, he may or may not mean that. But to me, there has to be an accounting for that. Now, listen, he's, like I said, he's done great things. He supported us in 2024. And that was a major reason that President Trump won. Everybody knows he supported the ground game.
When you go after Elon Musk the way you have, so harshly, do you get blowback from Trump? Does he reach out to you and say, "Knock it off. This is my ally. This guy helped me"?
I never disclose anything, conversation with the president or even with the staff or anything like this. But I would just duly note, I didn't see any leaks in the.
Mark Zuckerberg is there. Do you believe his conversion?
Absolutely not. I think Mark Zuckerberg's a criminal. I think in a properly adjudicated, yes, for 2020, for the Zuckerbucks. But I want to see that. I want to see that in a systematic adjudication, either in the House or, I think, better with a grand jury and a special prosecutor to go through 2020.
You want Trump's Justice Department under Trump to prosecute Mark Zuckerberg.
I didn't say that. What I want is the House to do it first. But if they're not prepared to do it, a special counsel set up that looks at the 2020 election and looks at it seriously and adjudicates it. If there's nothing there, there's nothing there. Zuckerberg's, road to Damascus came a little late. It was after the 5th of November. It's very, now he wants to be a bro. He kung fu fights. He's going to UFC. He's got his hair done differently. He's cut. That doesn't hack it with me.
So what do you make of the fact that sitting there with him, I guess now we're inside, but you're going to see the 3 richest Americans ever. You're going to see Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, prime seats. That doesn't seem like the forgotten men and women that Trump talked about last time. Are you surprised?
I am not. They're there as supplicants. They're not there as the oligarchs. Remember what Biden said about the oligarchs. Jonathan, you know better than anybody because you've chronicled this in detail. We had no power. President Trump was out, and I mean when out, the political class in the Republican Party and Fox News turned against him. We're going to make him a non-person.
He was banned from their platforms
for, I think, 18 months. But as soon as Zuckerberg said, I've been invited, I'm going, the floodgates opened up, and they were all there not going to try to be supplicants. So I look at this, and I think most people in our movement look at this as President Trump broke.
Interviewed you just hours before you went into prison. And now we're sitting here again together just hours before Trump's going to be sworn in.
If I remember correctly, we talked at least before and afterwards about how we were going to win this. Right?
You were quite confident.
Very confident.
So he's going to go out there. It's the second inaugural. You were an architect of the first inaugural, which was American carnage and a condemnation of everybody that was around him on that stage. Is he going to do it again? Is this American Carnage 2.0? Because I'm hearing it's not. I'm hearing this is a very different tone.
No, bring the country together, unify the country.
What does Steve Bannon think of that?
I think it's very appropriate for this. Look at the coalition we put together. What happened on 5 November, right? Look, I realize I'm, always on the attack, but he's president of the United States. He won this victory. He has a big coalition to pull together, and I think he's going to try to unify the country around a course of action that we have to take. Think about it. This coalition, and that's why he has a difficult job. He has the oligarchs that have surrendered, right? Now
Bezos, Zuckerberg,
the oligarchs, all of them, and also the crypto guys. It's a whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
You have that. You have working class African Americans. You have South Texas and the Rio Grande Valley. People are now prepared not just to stop voting for Democrats, but to vote for him. He's got kind of the hard right, the MAGA. He's now got financiers. He's got corporatists. He has to hold. His thing is to hold that coalition together. But if you had to have somebody to do it, he's the guy to do it. That's why he is at the level of Washington and Lincoln. And this will be known. And when history's written, Elon Musk, Steve Bannon, Tucker Carlson, Jonathan Karl will all be washed away and forgotten in the footnotes. They'll know 2 things. And Pelosi will be washed away, Schumer, they'll know 2 things. Trump in the MAGA movement.
Donald Trump has them as guests down at Mar-a-Lago. He's at the inauguration. They're in his administration. I mean, I understand you're saying it's a surrender, but
let's be
looks
clear about this. Trump's not making out. And when he say guest, he's not making an outbound call.
Yeah.
They're stacked up at Mar-a-Lago like planes on a Friday night over LaGuardia. Okay.
Well,
they're trying to get a landing slot to get in there and be a supplicant.
Elon Musk is basically living there.
He is living. He's got, I think, a cottage there.
I mean, Trump seems to like having him around.
I would see President Trump would let you know if he didn't.
So you have the following that is the kind of ground troops of the MAGA movement.
Some, not all, but we have a side because people come to us for the information on the show.
So what do they want? What do they want? What do they
want?
hope?
President Trump is what they want,
and
they got him.
What if he fails? What if he fails to deliver?
He's not going to he's not going to fail to deliver. Is everything going to be perfect as the far right thinks it? No, it's not. And I never pretended it is.